Debbie from Proximity Design is going to go next.
3 minutes?
3 to 5, 3 to 5, 3 to 5.
Where's the clicker?
Oh, sorry, I have it.
Oh. So this is one of our customers, farmer. His name is Umamam, and we work in Myanmar. He's 80 years old, and that's his son. And he was telling me that for most of his adult life, since he was a young boy, he had hauled water with a rubber bucket on his shoulders every day. That's how they irrigated. The markets had nothing that they could afford, and the government was nowhere to be found, no aid sector. So they're severely neglected a group of people, and this is the backbone of the country. And so until about 8 years ago, we showed up in this village with affordable irrigation products that we had designed. And he took a bet on our foot pumps, and he was able to double his acreage and income. Then he graduated onto using drip irrigation that we had designed. And this is his latest purchase from us, a solar-powered pump. And he was saying that, well, he now owns 8 acres and farms 8 acres, and he was saying that for most of his life, you know, every day he would sweat so much that he could wring out the sweat from his longi, his wraparound. But today, his sole job is to sit under the shade tree and drink tea, and he gets up every half hour and swivels the solar panels. So I'd say after decades of backbreaking drudgery, this is a well-deserved lifestyle. But this is, so we basically designed for small plot farmers like Umamon, and all of our staff live and work in Myanmar, embedded, and we see farmers every day, have conversations with them. So, you know, we see that they're severely neglected by the markets and the government and aid sectors. And we've come up over the last 14 years with a unique platform of, you know, 3 things that we think really boost farmers' productivity and incomes. And one is farm technologies. We design and create products that will make efficient use of their resources, water, labor. And so those are our ag technologies. And then we also provide agronomy services to help farmers close the yield gap and deal with climate change risks, pests, and disease. These are like best fit, curated practices. And then we also provide farm finance that's designed for their cash flow, and so that they can make investments in their farm. This is not a generic bundle that we give to farmers. It's customized, more a customized menu that farmers can choose along their stages, various stages of their journey out of poverty. So in a given year, last year we had about 100,000 new farm households use our products and services. I'd say 3 things that are needed to have design be effective for farmers is, number 1, empathy is not enough. You need deep knowledge of farming. And farming is very complicated, a lot of variables, and very individualized. So you need people with deep knowledge of farming systems, farm productivity, profitability. So we've seen many designers come and try to design, you know, products for farmers, but on the team there needs to be that kind of expertise from farmers. Secondly, a lot of the new technologies we see that are benefiting large farmers, they just don't scale to small farms. And they don't, so we have to really design intentionally to match the small farm production economics. And that's really tough to do because a 2-acre farmer is going to be able to afford only a fraction of what a large farmer in the West can afford. So this is a huge challenge that requires intentional and focused design effort. And thirdly, farming is a very tactile livelihood or activity, and farmers, I think everyone from Monsanto down want to have a digital relationship with farmers, and they want to do it. Everyone's rushing to do it, but the reality is that farmers, at least the farmers we're dealing with, are very much still using analogs and want in-person, seeing is believing. And so we rolled out a soil testing service this year, and we wanted to be able to deliver their reports, their soil diagnostics by mobile phone. But they still insist on, the farmers are still insisting on seeing a paper copy of their report. So we're having to really use a combination of digital and in-person channels. So that's it for, and 3 minutes. Okay.